Alright everybody, well here we go. It is official. We are heading to hopefully what's going to be a annual tradition of ours here in the next coming years. Bow Camp 2022 has started. We're on our way there. It's a really short drive. It's just down the road from my house. We're going to be staying in the camper, and family and friends are going to be dropping in and dropping by all weekend. We're going to shoot some bows, probably shoot the bows out of the elevated position, mess around with some tree stands, mess around with my saddle, whole bunch of good stuff. Friends, family, everybody's going to be coming down. Should be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. Tomorrow is opening day of the 2022 season, and I couldn't be more excited. So we're heading down here. Next time you'll see me, we'll be at camp unloading the truck, and then we're going to get the fire going and see how much daylight we got left. We might try to get the archery range set up. I got 2 3D targets and a bag target. I'm going to try to set them up at 20, 30, and or probably 20, 40, and 50. Try to get a 50-yard range going. A couple guys that are coming down tomorrow midday have some crossbows. So next time you see us, we unload the truck into the camper, getting ready. Can't wait. Tomorrow morning we're hitting the woods, getting in a tree stand. So stay tuned everybody. What do you got?
For dinner. Cheeseburger soup.
You're just for opening day tomorrow? Got the camper all set up. Got some drinks, a little bit of food. Nothing fancy, but it works. It's not even my camper because I tried to bring my camper down here and it ended up breaking on me, so we can't use it, so I had to borrow my grandparents' camper for the weekend. But we get the bows, we get the archer targets. This is a little piece of property down here. You can see we got big lawns, and that continues around the corner a little bit. And then Corey and the doggo. And then we got another camp that if you take this driveway, it goes down. Well, I did have a campfire going for 3 seconds.
Afterward, he did say, he says, when I was driving, he says, my memory came back to me. He says, and I do remember the roofer saying, oh, you got some bad plywood there.
All right, everybody. Everybody's taking off. Beautiful night. It's about 10:30, I'm going to say maybe 11 o'clock. 4:30 is going to come early, so I'm going to head to bed. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Alrighty everybody, good morning, happy opening day to everybody. As I said to you guys yesterday, we were at deer camp, but deer camp is only just a little ways from the house, so we had the dog with us down here, and we don't want to leave him in the camper, so we're running him home. We're gonna get dressed at the house. It is just after 4:30 right now, so we're actually not doing too bad. We're gonna get dressed at the house, and then we will be heading out for the first sit of the year. Good morning, everybody. I guess I already talked to you this morning, but we're finally here. We're up in a tree. This morning we're in a spot where, to be honest with you, I'm just looking for a doe. We got a ton of does in here. And I'm I'm sitting over kind of like a transition area. I got this big pine woods over here, kind of to my west. Over to my east, there's an alfalfa field with a bunch of bedding on the other side of it. And then to my south, there's another alfalfa field. What the deer usually do is they come off of this south alfalfa field, or whatever it is at that point in time of the year. This year just happens to be alfalfa. And they'll come off of that field, and they'll feed on browse coming down through this little thick patch here. They'll come through the end of these pines, heading back off behind me to go bed. Yesterday morning, there was, I think, 7 different does that come through here, so I got a cell cam down here. I got a mock scrape at about 10 yards. So, a lot of deer been in that mock scrape. The mock scrape's right down here. I got a hanging vine. And then, back behind me here, there's a gas line. If the deer don't come down through this woods, what they usually do is they jump in on this gas line. They'll walk the gas line down before they go out into the next field. But we're all set up. Just past shooting light, just a little bit. So we are ready to go. Well, it's about, I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock. And, no deer yet, but we just had a coyote come through. He went up through the alfalfa field. Big coyote, huge coyote. We'll be right after them coyotes, right after deer season ends. No way I could even possibly taken a shot that day. He was all the way up in the brush. Oh well. I know the neighbors have seen a couple of deer. I think they've seen like 5 or 6 deer so far, so. But deer must be moving up there. Sometimes they go up that way. Sometimes they come down here. They must have just went up that way today. But regardless, we got a little bit of time left, so stick it out and see what happens. Everybody, welcome back. This is gonna be the evening hunt. I'm gonna really keep this short and sweet. Right now the neighbor is up here pulling logs out of the woods. I'm not worried about it. This buck that I'm hunting up here tonight, but it's way up to the north most of the time. And the neighbor's back here all the time, so It's not gonna hurt nothing. I've been in, I've had trail camera pictures of this deer coming through within just a couple hours after I leave, even on the loud four-wheeler. So right now we're kind of up in a bedding area. We're sitting up above it is what I mean. We're not in it, but we're sitting up above a bedding area, and there's a huge transition through here. There's a ton of apple trees off here to my west, and then there's a couple food plots off to my east, and then down to my south we have a couple more food plots. This is a place that I work together with the neighbor, and we've kind of come to conclusion that this is I call this buck Chiggers. We figure this is Chiggers, one of Chiggers' main spots. Now, I haven't had him on camera in here. I didn't get him at all yesterday, and I didn't get him this morning. But I went like a 9-day straight streak of having this buck on camera right in here. He visits here quite often, and a lot of time it's actually during daylight. So the other day I was in here with the four-wheeler hanging this tree stand, and 3 hours after I left, he come through here. So in daylight, right at the end of daylight, but in, still shooting light. So he come back through here with a couple of does. So fingers crossed we can make this happen. It's pretty warm out tonight, but we have an absolutely perfect wind. And from my data log on this buck, every time I get him on camera, I write down all the weather data. The temperature doesn't really seem to affect this deer too much. I actually get him warm days, cold or cooler days, because we haven't really had a cold day yet, but we got a cold front that is blowing in. It's not going to be here till tomorrow night, but we do have a cold front that's blowing in, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So stay tuned. All right, everybody. Well, we're back to the truck. I had to close the night out as quietly and as quickly as I could. And actually, right now, we're going to help my buddy. He shot a doe tonight. Not sure how good he hit it, so we're gonna go check the arrow out and see what we can find for blood, possibly. But he shot a doe tonight. But the reason I had to get out of stand quickly and quietly is this particular spot last Wednesday come in and hung that stand that we were in tonight. And there's two ATV trails that run parallel next to this stand. The one ATV trail, as you've seen in the video, is the one that I'm on. There's another one to my west about, I don't know, 45, maybe 50 yards. Probably not, probably closer to 40, 45 yards. Well, this area is so thick that you can't see very far going towards the west, and it's pretty much a crapshoot which trail the deer are going to take any given day. Well, I got some pictures of some does. They worked through. You see them up in the food plot, and a little after a while does went through. I got a picture of a little buck, and then I got a picture of a 7-pointer that I know extremely well. The freaking deer's all over the place. He runs around. I get him on every camera. And then all of a sudden, the buck I was hunting, Chiggers, he shows up, works that scrape on the other trail 40 yards to my west. Nothing I can do about it. There's still daylight. I could have shot him if he was over on my side. So the buck I was after did show up in daylight, just not where I could get any footage of him or even potentially try to get a shot off. So That's what happened tonight. Pretty uneventful night again. Corey did not see any deer, which kind of sucks. And then the only deer I really seen were them 3 doe that kind of worked their way out in front of me out to the food plot there. So regardless, my good buddy Dave had some luck tonight. He had to get his kid Autumn with him, and so we're gonna go see what we can find out about this arrow, and just take it from there. I don't really know what to expect. You know, I don't know how well he hit the deer. I don't know really where he hit the deer. We just got to go up there and look at the arrow and the blood and find out for ourselves. So stay tuned. Video's not done with. Hopefully we get a dead deer at the end of this. If not, we might have to be tracking one tomorrow.